God rest ye merry homies, make nothing you dismay, or Babalusa will come and humble you on this day, to save you all from all your pride where you have gone astray. Oh, blue guy, he's gonna humble you.
You got me
humble
cornered
you.
because I don't know that many Christmas songs. I think the only one I know is the Wham, the Last Christmas.
Oh, we can do Last Christmas. I fucking love that. People
I
talk
love,
about that.
Yeah, they
people
hate
act
it.
like it's a bad song. It's like,
a
no, it's
great,
not.
It's George Michael's. Everything he touches is incredible.
I had just moved in with and was about to do acid for Christmas. I just moved in with a girl who was very cool. I remember we went to her parents for Christmas and we were driving back and we heard about George Michael's death on the radio, and it was everyone we all knew it, but we didn't want to say it. Nobody wanted to say, well, I guess it was his last Christmas, but it was. It's like, imagine just dying on Christmas Eve when the bum 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 bum. It's such a good song, though. Yeah, I don't know why people don't like it.
I don't. It's one of the only good Christmas songs in my opinion. Like not to say I worked in retail for a long time, so I got a lot of hate for Christmas songs purely for that reason. So like it's tough.
I used to, but then I started like looking for the weird stuff. And it's like I came to conclusion like people don't hate Christmas music. They hate being in retail
commercial,
and being forced to hear the same 30 recordings over and over again.
That Shmino Christmas song you sent me went hard. I was like, oh, this slaps. This is a good song. Right.
Yin Yang Twins has like 2 albums of the most retarded Christmas raps you've ever heard in your life. I put like I had to limit myself on the last Christmas special I put together for the show. I was like, well, I could just make this like stupid Christmas raps because like so many, especially old school rappers, used to do just these great corny little just fun Christmas songs. Like Christmas in Hollis is great.
I think Ludacris has one that's just the worst. It's one of the worst songs I think I've ever put to vinyl. But
DMX has like the definitive version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah, DMX's Red-Nosed Reindeer is good. It's crazy good. It's.
I mean, you find out like almost every weird artist I look up. I'll tell you, homies, the special I got hopefully ready tomorrow. It's almost done. To find a lot of new stuff, I just went through the Discord music channel, looked at all the weird fucking artists y'all were posting, and then just typed Christmas after them. And about half of them did have a Christmas song sitting around.
That's awesome.
I know the girlies in the chat love Hosier, and you know who sung some Christmas music? He's Irish, of course he has.
Yeah. Why do the Irish fuck with Christmas so hard? I don't.
Very Catholic.
It's Catholic.
Coded,
That's never mind.
Ritual.
I changed.
It's also Ireland is still
cold.
Connected to nature, and Christmas, like aside from Jesus stuff, is very much about like fertility in amidst death. The world is at its most inhospitable state, so the warmth. The pagan
aspects, the pagan aspects of Christmas are always cool to me. I've always considered them cooler than the like Christianity.
I do too, but I don't like Christianity, but I give Jesus his due for one day. It's like, well, thanks for being born, little guy. I guess I'd rather you had not died the way that you did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're probably gonna die, but it's a long time ago.
Yeah.
If you were still around, I'd be coming for you. And I think you had a lot of silly ideas, Mr. Jesus.
I never really I never tried to pry into your hatred of Christianity, other than just like I know that you don't fuck with it, but like I don't know exactly why.
I think that Jesus said a lot of. I don't want to get like all Nietzsche brained on it, but it did become. Oh, okay, when people talk about slave morality, usually what they think is like, oh, it's just slave cope. And that's not really it. It kind of is, but it's like, it's when... Okay, the idea is that, not that like, oh, I think that I have to be cooperative. I have to be kind to people because I'm a slave. I'm lower on the rung. I don't have as much agency. Mm-hmm. That must make me good. Mm-hmm. It's kind of recognizing your state and then... Instead of being like, that's fucked up, I have to live like that, is to say, and that makes me moral. They shit in my mouth, and because of that, if I'm nice to other people, because other people are shitting on me, I don't know, it's complicated, but it kind of comes down to, it's not hating these things, it's not saying they're inherently wrong, but taking your position and what you have to do because you're not in the ruling class, and then saying that must be good because I'm doing it. That's what I have to do. So it must be more moral than the other version. And also, I think that the Romans weaponized Christianity to absolutely keep slaves in their place.
I don't disagree with you, but I also think that where we derive, I think the meaning of morality is different between the two of us. Yeah. Right? Because I don't think that people inherently, I don't think morals are something that people operate on internally. I think that it's something you do performatively. And I think that the performance of morals is more important than the belief in them. Does that make any sense?
Well, I mean morality. I mean a more of a codified, like kind of top-down.
Yeah,
system.
and I'm agreeing with you on that. But I'm saying that
I agree that you do perform it.
The performance is more important than the actual whether or not you believe in it, right?
Well, yeah.
And I would say that the performance of it codifies and solidifies in you the belief itself.
Though often, another thing I don't like about Christians, I have a lot of beef with their morality as such, but their morality as written, I have a lot of beef with. But I got way even more beef with their morality as performed, which is frequently in a huge amount of contradiction to their morality as written, to the point where even if I'm not just my dislike for Christianity is not just like, oh, I don't like what Christianity has become. I think Jesus was actually the greatest guy ever. It's like I don't think that. I think Jesus said a lot of silly things, but I don't. But I respect him for his kind of commitment to his worldview. Like, again, it's very Nietzsche bullshit that I get into because he's written, I think, the best critiques of Christianity. And then Nick Land in Thirst for Annihilation kind of spends like the first part of the book kind of reiterating and expanding on, in some highly colorful ways, the stuff from Nietzsche's Antichrist.
Yeah.
But then a lot of that book, Thirst for Annihilation is kind of a weird book. It was a drag near the end, I'll tell you that. Not very holly jolly either.
It's tough. It's a tough read, mostly just because, like, for me, it's what got me into what's his name, Bataille.
Which is crazy because the book's barely about Bataille.
Yeah, the book barely has any. But like, I remember reading Thirst for Annihilation and really not understanding at all what the fuck I was reading, and then I'm like, I guess I have to read Bataille, and then I read a bunch of Bataille, and I was like, that book has nothing to do with Bataille.
Yeah, like somebody's like, we need a book about Bataille, Nick Land. You want to write this? I have something at home you can have. Yeah, it's definitely about Bataille.
Yeah. But like, reading about that stuff, I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is that, like, I think that we come, like I said, we derive the same thing just differently, because I don't have an issue with Christianity. In fact, I think it's probably one of the better ways to, I think that I'm not a Christian. I would never consider myself Christian or even spiritually Christian.
You're not a Catholic?
I'm not Catholic or pagan either.
You don't fight Muslims?
No, I don't fight Muslims, and I don't. We're not going to talk about that. We talked about that in the last episode. Do not get me started on that, because it'll be the rest of this episode. But I think that, like, for me, the Catholicism that actually resonated with me, the Christianity that actually resonated with me, and the Catholicism that really resonated with me is reading about, like, the humanitarian stuff. Really seeing, like, especially, like, the Catholic Church, while they were, like, simultaneously doing the conquistador shit, there was monks within the, like, clergy that were in seeing the horror that they were rotting, that they had wrought upon the land of the people in Mesoamerica, and they wrote back these missives and these long essays where they were just like, how the fuck is any of this, like, the teachings of Christ? And, like, there was like one who was like, I really think we should preserve these codexes, you guys. This is like these people's history. Yeah. And they're like, no, you need to destroy it. It's like, I'm going to do this. Hang on, let me just squirrel a few copies away here. A lot of that is also like the Jesuits were a lot of the reason why the Jesuits felt that way was because they were like, no knowledge under Christ is wrong or
Jesuits are kind of on their own thing. The Jesuits have always had their own kind of
The Dominicans are cool too, but they don't really get a lot of like love because they are competing with actual Dominicans, and those guys are cool as hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like but the Dominicans are cool because all Dominicans believe is that like, or a Dominican is just like, you should feed people. You know what I'm saying? You acts of service. That's it. You just do acts of service. You just go.
It's crazy that the Jesuits are simultaneously kind of like have their own intellectual tradition within the church that kind of goes against the mainstream, but are also the Pope's CIA.
Yeah. Well, you need that guy.
Yeah, no, the church fucking figured out intelligence and espionage, way before.
Yeah.
The CIA.
Yeah.
The
Christmas intelligence agency. I mean, that's what Santa is.
That's what Santa uses.
Yeah,
Every time you see somebody's a little too short.
Yeah,
they're watching you for Santa.
Naughty or nice, you know what I'm saying? How do you think the naughty or nice database, the NIA, or the NIN, the NON, right? The database, right? What's his name? What was his last name? Snowden. Hey, Snowden. Look, hey, stay woke, America. All right.
You see those red lights?
Yeah.
Fog.
Oh my! You better not cry.
Watch out.
You better not cry. And let me tell you why.
It's a warning. That's kind of fun. The terror aspect of Santa, obviously. I don't know if anybody's ever really played into it. I know they got a new Killer Santa movie out. They make a Killer Santa movie every once in a while, but I don't think they ever lean into the true. Like, no, it's usually just like a mall Santa who goes crazy. Like, we need like a fully powered, lore-accurate Santa with all of his Santa
Lore-accurate Santa is crazy. This is the craziest thing I've ever heard you say. I did watch a TikTok.
I have a lot of opinions about Santa lore, actually. And one thing, I've been meaning to read it for a while. I thought there was a minute where it's like, they should just make a Santa Claus comic, like, that runs all year. Mm-hmm. Just like, it's May. Wonder what's happening to Santa Claus this month. And I guess Grant Morrison kind of did that. Mm-hmm. Or he made some kind of like Santa graphic novel.
Saint Nicholas or something, or it's called Nicholas, or I vaguely remember it. I'm kind of a Grant Morrison head, but also like I don't advertise that because it makes me insufferable. And
it's like if you want to seem like if you're pretentious and you want to seem like you know about comics, say your favorite's Alan Moore.
Yeah.
If you're pretentious and you actually know something about comics, say
it's Grant Morrison. Yeah, but you can't. It's the same thing with like. One of my
Watchmen, how pedestrian. Let me tell you about his entire Batman run.
Yeah. One of my favorite books of all time is A Confederacy of Dunces. Yeah. I would never tell somebody. I mean, I'll tell it on the podcast because whatever. But like,
I'll tell everybody, but I wouldn't tell somebody.
But like in my real life, when I meet people and they're like, "Oh, have you read this book?" I'm always like, "I've never read that book. I don't read." Like
Confederacy of what?
Confederacy of who? Oh no, but that's
you just pull out a big. You pull out your big like Indian head like notepad and you just write down. I've never read this book.
I would never read something like this. Put
on your gloves.
Yeah.
And
I put my little beanie in. Like I keep my mustache trim and
that book could de-radicalize so many young men on the right if they just read it. You're not
just
even like him. You're trying to be him with that.
he's just like you for real, and he still somehow manages to get pussy.
Yeah,
and that's the most beautiful thing about that book. Right, is that a girl still likes him even though he is a fat,
I had a loquacious
loser.
I had a relationship for years that was so much like his, and it fucked me up when I first read the book. It's like, oh God.
I read that book.
I was like, yeah, he's just like me for real. I need to change my ways.
I read that book when I was like 19, I think. I read it when I was like 19, and I was like just a terrible fucking breakup, and I was a fat mustachioed loser at the time. I was a fat mustachioed like overread loser, and I read that book and it changed my entire life because I was like, oh, girls can still like you even if you are like him for real. Yeah. And I leaned in, and you know what? It helped me dating women love a fat, loquacious loser who just who's like, oh, get a job. Sorry, I'm writing poetry.
Well, yeah, it's like, I don't want to get too dating advice on the show, but yeah, one thing, I got it from like old PDFs of like how to sleep with anybody, which are pretty lame, but I figured that out. But they have a few good things. One was like, women respect confidence, but not necessarily arrogance. But also, they like it if you're not afraid of them. If you act afraid of them, they can't respect you.
That's my biggest problem, is that I am terrified of women. But I'm terrified of women because I've seen women be angry, and there's nothing like listen, the kind of woman that I've attracted to can only be described as a force of nature, like watching a storm. Do you know what I'm saying? Like watching a great storm on the sea. That's the kind of woman. When a woman is so angry that the image that flashes in your mind is a tempest, that's, to me, perfect woman, right? And
you used to watch Billy and Mandy, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You remember that trucker song that has like going down the highway
like an angry woman. I think about that at least once a week, dude. Like an angry. I used to say that all the time. I would just I would pick up like, damn, this banana's soft. Like an angry woman. Yeah. God damn, dude. All right, but Christmas stuff. We're doing Christmas. But I did see a TikTok recently where a lady was talking about the elf on the shelf is exposing.
I don't like elf on the shelf.
Well, she's explaining that it exposes kids to the idea of the panopticon at a young age. Yeah. And like, she's not saying it's evil, but she's saying like, I like this new style of white lady that's been existing recently, who I would call like NSA analyst style white lady, like NSA woke, right? These women,
Explain.
So there's like a type of woke that's developing. So I need to explain this. I spend a lot of time in the chud minds, right? Like occupying and reading a lot of chud stuff. In the chud, like just, being aware of all that stuff. But at the same time, I still am also in the woke minds, learning about the new blue sky wokies. And like, I don't know if you learned about this thing called
wokies. Like
I don't know.
Chuwoka the wokey.
I don't know if you know about this thing called omnisexuality and multisectionality, which is the levels above intersectionality, which is something that the blue sky wokies are doing.
Are these real levels in the room?
I don't think
right
that. No. I think it's just as bad. It's not to be one of those like enlightened centrist guys, because that's not where I'm going. I'm never trying to. I consider myself a man with left-leaning ideology. That's right. I believe in the 3 tenets of homeism, which is everyone should have healthcare, everyone should have education, and everyone should have dignity. And in order to get that last one, you need those first 2. That is in the most simplest way you can put, right? How do you get towards that? There are 2 ways to do it. One of them is that we representationally get representation that allow us to have these things, which is the hard way. And the easy way is everyone gets a gun. And we figure that shit out.
Yeah, see, there are problems with that. Like,
yeah.
I've been thinking about lately. I don't ever think about violence, but sometimes people tell me about thoughts I might have about violence if I was the type to think those thoughts.
Yeah.
And the thing is, okay, you got him. You got him against the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. How does this actually get you into surgery?
You're going to try and change the revolution. You're going to do the revolution like an angry woman. Like, that's you, right?
Yeah. It's like, okay, but how do we pay the doctors, though?
Yeah, so, like, I get it, right? Like, that's what I'm saying. I exist in this world where both of those things are...
There'll be no more money. It's like, okay.
Yeah. There are going to be other countries that have money, and they're gonna be like, hey,
they're automatically everybody's richer than you now.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's tough.
There's one thing that fucks me up, like got me about, and I don't want to get too political, but I end up kind of being like, that's the communism. It's like, wait, so communism only really works if everybody in the world is also communist.
I had a.
What about the people who don't want to be?
One of the most enlightening things, and it's real, and no one talks about this, right? But I have communist friends. I have friends that are like, they claim, or like, they're as communist as Americans can be. They're like guys who organize for the DSA, guys who read all the leftist literature.
Libs.
Yeah, but they're a step above. You know what I'm saying? Like they're these guys. They're guys who claim that they're Antifa, but live in the suburbs.
Libs.
Yeah, sure. These
Commies
guys
are rad libs.
they call themselves communists all the time. And once a month we try to go get dinner or lunch, and it takes me, the fascist Mussolini style strongman, to decide where to go for dinner.
Yeah, because
when I leave it to them, they don't have any fucking, where do we go? I don't know. Oh, this guy's vegan. Oh, this guy doesn't. It's a constant, they can't agree on shit. And then I come in and I'm like, we're getting Thai food. Tommy Thais. That's where we're going. Oh, but he doesn't eat. That's too bad. Then don't come. Then don't come. Then don't. Hey, you know what?
Water.
Yeah, you can have a water and a salad.
They have rice.
Yeah.
Everyone eats rice.
And like, it's like, that's literally, this is a good example of what, like, why socially the demands aren't going to work. We got to go back to the drawing board for real. We got to think about new stuff, right?
Yeah.
And like, anyways, back to Christmas panopticons.
Well, I was gonna say, no, really. This is interesting. Every political movement, really, it sucks, but yeah, strong men, they work. And who's stronger than Santa? To lead the world revolution,
man.
like an angry woman.
Like an angry woman, the strongest man. Only the strongest man can really be an angry woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It takes a real lady to be a man, but sometimes it takes a real man to be a lady.
To be an angry woman.
Yeah. And he's got Mrs. Claus too. You know, he's down. Yeah. He's down. You know, Mrs. Claus was cheating on with the Grink. Started a feminist collective to twerk on the Grink stick. And the Grink has his G spray, which is
which makes you think crazy, makes you think you know shit about paganism. And
I was gonna just queue up a giant like VLC playlist of like weird Christmas shit and just leave it streaming in the Discord without being around necessarily.
You should. You totally should.
So
just let it happen.
Tune in anytime. 24-hour retard
24
Christmas.
A very stupid Christmas with the homies. And I just think that, like, listen, I have a deep dislike of Christmas, and I'm trying to untrain myself from it. And
I'm trying to be less annoying about it this year.
And I appreciate that from you. And in all honesty, it's the thing that has gotten me out of the shell of Christmas stuff. Because I need you to understand, I worked a lot of Christmas retail, and I worked a lot of high-demand Christmas retail, right? Where it is always nightmares. It's always nightmare shit. I used to work at a 7-Eleven, and the 7-Eleven, I don't know if you understand what a 7-Eleven on Christmas morning is like.
I can imagine, you know.
It is one of the most bitter, especially because in California, Christmas Eve, 2 a.m., everyone before 2 a.m., horror show. Saddest person you've ever met. Just horrific. I used to work this fucked up double where I would work from I would work till 2 a.m. and then I would get off for a few hours and then I'd come back at 10 at 8 a.m. and then come back and work the rest of the day. And when I would do that, right, it's
horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible. Dude, I had no self-respect and I was just like, no, this is the grind. Like, no, you're killing yourself. You're cooking your own brain. But I used to do this, and while I was doing this, I would come back specifically. I would be there for the last call for alcohol sales, which is nightmarish, and then I would be there for the first call of alcohol sales, which is 10 a.m. for California, right? That to be on their Christmas Day with a line of fucking alcoholics waiting to I don't know, this is a very...
And then all the people are there to get their coffee because they have to work on Christmas.
And they're mad as fuck.
Nobody's happy to be at 7-Eleven
on Christmas. It is a fucking nightmare, dude. It is a nightmare scenario. And I worked a lot of those, right? And the only thing that really got me through it was every now and then, Wham's This Christmas would come on, and it would just lift my spirits. So when I heard about that cocksucker who was like, oh, Whamageddon, I've never wanted to strangle someone more in my life, because I was like, dog, that was one of the only things to get me through it. If I have to hear All I Want for Christmas one more time from Mariah Carey, as soon as she hits that F sharp, I'm going to fucking shoot this place. I'm no survivors. So
that's the problem with, like, I like different versions of Christmas songs, but that's one that, like, physically, she's one of the only people that can actually sing.
Yeah.
And so there's not like an interesting, I like this version better. Like, there's a few, like I like the Shannon and the Clams version a lot, but that's really rough and crude. But like, yeah, no, it's her voice is
she's
so
genetically
good
modified to only sing that. So yeah, no, I get it.
You ever try anybody, you'll hurt yourself.
Yeah. I watched that. I don't know if there's a very funny like Vine of her meeting dolphins for the first time, swimming with them, and she hits an F sharp in front of the dolphin, and the dolphin freaks out. Yeah. The dolphin's like, "Oh shit, that's not supposed to happen." Like,
I love that Mariah Carey's just kind of like a genetic freak. Actually,
yeah. A talent beyond a specific point just becomes that. I can't. There was I think her name was Layla something, Layla Clark or Layla Klent, or I can't remember her name, but she's a like legendary jazz singer. She's incredible, right? She can sing chords. yeah. She can whistle. She can open her throat to whistle, like do a throat whistle while singing simultaneously. And she can sing a chord. She can sing 2 notes or 2 or 3 notes at once. And like it's crazy because if you're listening to her singing a chord, you're like at first you're listening and you're like, oh, that sounds like a bad note. That sounds like she's fucked up. And then you listen to it again and you realize, oh, that's almost physically impossible. That's almost like not. It's almost your brain isn't attuned to hearing a human do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Imagine like a Tuvan throat singer hitting like a vocal run. It's nuts to hear. It's completely nuts. And she's also like a freak of nature, but also like I don't think she gets as much play purely because she's not built like Mariah Carey. And that's you know what I'm saying? Mariah Carey is a freak of nature because she has the looks and the fucking insane talent. And then like one of those things will get you, both of those things simultaneously, like separately, will get you pretty far. Both of them together will get you fucking, to the moon and back. I think she makes Christine was
probably doesn't have to make anything. Christine probably makes so much in fucking royalties around Christmas time.
Christine was telling me about that she clears like close to like 900 million a year on royalties, like crazy amounts. So fucking like a small country's worth of GDP she clears like at the beginning of September, or not September, what is it, October, and then from then on out it's just like fucking. And every year it climbs higher and higher. It's crazy. It's like Billboard doesn't even have charts for that. It's gone like beyond platinum. It's like this. It's like quintuple platinum at this point. It's fucking.
I love that for her. What's she gonna do about it? Well, tell people to stop?
Yeah, no. It's nuts, and also it just drives. Personally, that song drives me nuts.
Yeah, it's I understand. Yeah. I like that song, but it is one that I've started like, all right, okay.
We get it, but it is.
We get it, Mariah. I know you're out here and all you just probably stay at home playing Minecraft for all year, and then you come out and do a couple Christmas things.
She probably goes on like Good Morning America once a year at the beginning of December, and then like she's cashed out for the rest of like she's done, right?
We're all just afraid to try and write another Christmas classic.
Speaking of, I've been off work. I've been like completely off work, and I've been doing 2 things, which is I've been playing Kenshi for like 10-12 hours a day, which is horrific for my brain, right? It's so bad. I should be doing other stuff and I can't. Like I boot it up. I'm like, I'm just gonna play for an hour, and then like I'm like, oh man, my stomach hurts. Maybe I should. And then I realize I have not eaten for 12 hours. I haven't eaten. I haven't shitted. I haven't pissed. I haven't moved. I got a stomach cramp from playing like being like hunched over, staring at my computer. It's awful. I don't know what it just turns my brain into complete fucking mush. But when I'm not doing that and I have to make breakfast for Christine in the morning, what I put on is Kathy and Hoda, right? Do you watch the morning show?
No, but I know Carrie's really into Kathy Lee.
Me and Carrie are really into Kathy Lee and Hoda. I'm a Hoda guy. I'm a Hoda hoe. I think Carrie's more Kathy Lee. Kathy Lee's great. Kathy Lee is kind of like tsundere, you know what I'm saying? She kind of like doesn't care about you. She kind of like is just like She kind of like cares, but like in an overbearing way. And Hoda is like just she doesn't give a fuck. She's a girl. She's a crazy. I don't know if you've seen. Have you seen those TikToks of an outrageous woman? Have you seen that? Have you seen
an angry woman?
No, it's a guy. It's a guy. He's like an outrageous woman, and then does anything, and it's just and like it's him. Just like he saunters onto the screen, and he's like, ah, oh my god, look at the tree, and he's just screaming. And then every single time it's it's people are like posting pictures of Liza Minnelli underneath.
There is a good Instagram account I follow. It's Liza and Liberace. It's two actors who have a stage show, and one of them is Liza Minnelli and the other is Liberace, and they'll like go to the park and play on the stuff and do little bits together, and it's absolutely wonderful. I fucking love it.
As much as I hate like theater kids, I will admit that I have a huge soft spot for Liza Minnelli.
Yeah. She's an apex theater kid.
It's beyond theater kid. She's doing something entirely different. It's not even the same. We can't even comprehend it, really. Right? I think that was one of the defining factors of like when I was younger. Like, I would explain the girls that I was attracted to, right? Especially in high school. And like nobody knew what the fuck I was on. Nobody understood what I was talking about. Because I remember at the time, like, I grew up in, like, 2008, right? Like, 2008, 2007, in that time frame. People were saying Paris Hilton. People were saying Tila Tequila. People were saying...
Tila Tequila was saying Heil Hitler.
Yeah, well, that came much later. People were saying Tila Tequila. People were saying, like, Snooki. People were saying, you know...
I always thought Snooki's
cute.
Adorable.
She's
fucking cute. Every time I'd see her, I just...
But, like, people had that, and, like...
I saw her get stuck in a box one time. It was, like, the hottest thing I've ever seen. It's like, look at her. She's useless. I love her.
But for me, when like, the type of girls that I was into, it was, like, Liza Minnelli, right? What's her name? Fuck. You know who I'm talking about. She's young. She was young in she's in Guys and Dolls. What the fuck is her name? Barbra Streisand. Young Barbra Streisand.
Yeah,
even old Barbra
young
Streisand.
Yeah.
Even old Barbra. I'm down to clown with old Barbra Streisand. I love Barbra Streisand. I fuck heavy with Barbra Streisand.
In What's Up, Doc. It's just devastatingly because she's like, man, what if Bugs Bunny was a sexy girl? It's right there. Also, what's her name? Who's in The Apartment? Shirley MacLaine in Billy Wilder's movie The Apartment, which is a wonderful movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god, she's beautiful.
This is just two unks getting boners over old. Hell yeah.
Two miscellaneous unks shooting
poison over old movie stars. What? Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Bette Midler. Bette Midler is one of the baddest women to ever walk this earth. And no one understands what the fuck I'm talking about. No one knows. No one really understands. The gays, that's the problem, right? The gays have a monopoly on all the best shit, and it's not fair. It's really
not
not
anymore. They used
to. Yeah, no, they don't.
They've
completely lost it.
They have lost the plot.
They've completely lost the plot. Gay men
you
have...
are on thin ice, girl.
Gay
Get
men...
your shit together, girl.
Gay men are doing... I told you about... Yeah, we talked about it before. About we had a whole episode about it. I just can't get over the fact that fucking macular degeneration from poppers is the craziest. It's nuts, dude. He is the average gay man now, I think. Gay men either swing either swing way to the left, like not left but lib side, or swing way to the right. There's no there is no guy that just like I suck dick. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no middle manager at a bank who just I'll suck you off. You know what I'm saying? Nothing weird about it. And you know why? It's because Craigslist disappeared. Yeah. That's why. Craigslist.
A lot of problems happen because Craigslist disappeared. It's one of the things I hate most about Mark Zuckerberg is Marketplace just demolished the greatest website that ever
Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is diabolical. Yeah. My mom tried to buy for my nephew. She wanted to buy those like at a doctor's office, the little toy. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, the little and it's got all on all sides.
It's got
the
the little
clickies.
metal things.
Yeah,
wood.
It's got all the
click.
It's got all the clickies.
The doctor's waiting.
The doctor's the doctor office toy. Yeah, my mom thought it'd be a cute idea because he's got a little one at home, and he just goes fuck. He's at the age where he just goes
always
fucking
have the best ones.
Yeah, they do. He's at that age where he's just going fucking nuts on that, just making noise and rattles and stuff.
He's going ham.
He is. He sees that shit. And he's just like, it's time. It's time to go to work, son. Yeah, it's time to go to work, son.
I get some on the green one. Yeah, that one got. Oh hell yeah, boy.
So my mom wanted to go buy one, and I look at it, and from the photo, I knew that something was off. Because she was like, I was like, Mom, that's like 8 feet. That's like an 8 foot. That's like an 8 foot. It's huge. It's massive. And she's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. And I'm looking at the description, and I can see clearly where it says like 8 foot. And then I go like, Mom, that is 8 foot. She's like, no, that's a typo. I talked to the lady. The lady said it's a typo. It's 8 inches. And I was like, there's a cell phone next to it that is barely there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that is, like, context clues. The sidewalk looks tiny next to it, right? The squares in the sidewalk look tiny next to it. The fact that this photo is taken outside should clue you in to the fact that it doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Right? And my mom was like, I don't care. I've already made the arrangement. You're going to drive me to go pick it up. We drive there. I can see this fucking thing from down the block. I can see it like it's massive. It turns out it wasn't a doctor's office thing. It was an art project that someone had made. So it was a wooden art project of a large doctor's office thing that they made in real life, and they were selling it for $100, right? And I was like, the wood.
I guess if you want one of those,
the wood alone on that is easily $1,000, like several $1,000s worth of wood. Do you know what I'm saying? And I was like, my mom was like, well, it's $100. We can take it back home anyways. And I'm like, I don't have a truck.
Where are you gonna fucking put it?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't have a truck. I showed up in a Nissan Altima, right? Like this is this is larger than my car.
But who has that in their yard? That's like pedophile yard art, I guess, kind of.
This is well, listen. In something that happens, there's a place near us called Los Altos, right? It's like in the Mountain View, Palo Alto area. It's hidden. It's like the hidden Jutsu village. It's like the hidden leaf village of racist pedophiles. Because everyone knows, Palo Alto, everyone knows is like hell on earth, right? You can nuke that place from space. It's awful. It's just bad. Palo Alto is one of the most racist towns that has ever existed. It's just bad. It's a bad place. Mountain View it's like gay.
All my homies hate Palo Alto.
Mountain View's like its gay, cooler cousin. Because like sometimes Mountain View kind of sucks because it's getting like Palo Alto. But Mountain View used to be extremely Mexican. It used to be hella Mexican, right? And like it still got pockets where it's hella Mexican out there, and it's cool. It's cool because it has those little pockets and communities out there. Actually, it's another weird thing about Mountain View. Mountain View has this insanely niche Korean gangster street. It's a street full of Korean car gangsters. That's the only thing I can describe them as. Right? The whole street is Korean car gangsters. If you know, you know. All right? If you don't...
we don't get those kind of Asians.
Yeah,
right?
they're cool. They're cool as hell. But, like, it's weird because they're all, like... It's like what happened was one guy watched the Fast and the Furious and decided to make an entire generation's worth of people. like that... Wow. Is now that whole block is now that. That's for the whole block. Anyways,
I almost got into a fight with a Panda Express manager tonight.
Oh, really? Was a white woman or is it? Yeah, of course.
Well, the Panda Express around here sucks balls.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out. I was like, well, they understaffed. It's like, well, no, there's 7 people back there and 2 guys on break, so they got 3 managers. Mm-hmm. So there's enough people here, and all they do is scoop shit. Yeah. They plop it, and it's not to put down my Panda Express homies, but you don't have the hardest job in food service.
Panda Express only has 1 employee ever, and everyone else is just there to serve the slop.
It does. There's the guys in the back who are cooking, and they're kind of on their own.
And it's one guy. It's always one guy, and he is cooking everything. And he's doing so in such an insanely fast fashion.
We got 3 guys in our kitchen, but we do usually have, 3 people up on the front line, but only one of them is doing
serving.
The scooping.
Yes.
And nobody at the register.
Yeah.
And I've never waited less than 10 minutes to do a DoorDash pickup from there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was there for over 20 minutes. 15 of it took just to get somebody to notice me. I started sitting on the counter and, kicking out my legs to try and get attention. And they had given the lady's order to 2 different people before I got there.
Uh-huh.
And didn't check their phones, I guess. And I was like... right here. They wouldn't make it for me again. And it was, I spent 25 minutes there dealing with this. And I got so angry at the lady because every time I go there, it's some fucking nonsense. And I don't want to shit on food service workers or anything. I'm sure the kids back there would do their job if it was explained to them. They knew what it was.
Yeah.
But,
or if they were getting paid a decent amount or living wage or
or anything.
Yeah, anything to sweeten the deal. Anything to make it not suck.
At least tell them what their job is. They don't seem to understand. They're just there's 3 people back there and only one of them is doing anything. Yeah. And this is consistent for over a year. I waited a half hour in their drive-thru one time, and I finally well, could you make it again? It's well, no, I can't because the boss, the quantity side was what? Is a big panda gonna yell at you? And just started kind of every time I'm here, every fucking time I'm here, and it's well, we're trying to work on. I was well, you always fucking surprise me on something. I went out. I got so mad. I complained to the DoorDash, and I went to the Panda Express website. This is fucking unacceptable.
Damn. You went full Karen. That's full Karen mode.
I don't
crazy.
Doing that. But
That's
it's
crazy
been a year of never once having a good experience there. They just waste your time. I ordered for myself off the app and got there and had to wait 20 minutes after the pickup time. And it's I just want my fucking orange chicken. Your orange chicken's really fucking good. I like the orange chicken a lot.
There's a Arby's in where I live nearby.
They didn't do anything wrong. You're just being mean to the poor Arby's.
Okay, all right. Okay, dude. I'm just saying that Arby's. I used to work in the same parking lot as a parking lot attendant, a guy whose job it was to in a grocery store. The lowest tier of grocery store worker, essentially you're like a dog. Yeah. You're like the leash dog outside is parking lot attendant. When they hate your ass, they make you do that all day. Normally you do an hour, you do 2 hours, and you go back in, and then you come back out, and then you go back in, and you come back. You know what I'm saying? They rotate. My manager hated me. Because we were all talking. I just started the job, and he was saying something about new guys got to learn. They got to be put in their place. They got to learn how to do the job. They got to learn how to rise the ranks, and they got to put the work in. And then someday they can be they can be successful. And I was and run a Safeway. I can work here 30 years and eventually run a Safeway. Yeah. Right. And he. That
richest fry cook.
Yeah, that was the, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have done that. That's for sure. That was stupid on my end, but I did it, and I can't undo it. So he would have me outside for 8 hours every day, and I would watch that Arby's get 1 or 2 customers a day.
Yeah,
tops, and it has been there for about 35 years. And the only people that ever go there are police officers. That's it. And they order like assholes. They order I understand the economy of it because these 3 or 4 police officers.
That's one of the best things about Arby's. They're never busy.
Yeah. And I remember one time going in there to get something to I was desperate. I had
that's your problem. You don't go into the Arby's. It's horrible in the Arby's.
No, I don't have a card in the drive-thru. I just have to go into I go into the Arby's and I go in there on my lunch break and I walk in there and there's a guy arguing. At the time they had a 10 for $1, 10 I think it was 10 for $1 onion rings or something like that, right? You get 10 onion rings for $1 or something like that, right? And I watched a fucking guy argue for 25 minutes, the entirety of my lunch break. I watched him argue about, I don't have $1. I'm going to give you 20 cents. Give me 2 fucking onion rings. For 20 minutes. For 20 fucking minutes. This guy was trying to fucking deal or no deal 2 onion rings. And I was standing behind him, and I finally was like, "Can I order it, please? I like need to go." And the guy was like, "Shut the fuck up!" And he was so violent about it that I was stun locked. I'm like, I'm not about to beat this guy's ass in an Arby's. I can't.
Yeah. It's not his fault though. Arby's is hostile on the inside. Their color scheme, they use a lot of brown.
They do use a lot of brown.
It feels like they mix dirt into the paint that they use.
Yeah,
even when it's clean, it feels grimy. Like
the Formica counters.
Yeah,
that they have on the inside, they're like they've yellowed over time.
They come awful. Like that. They're just yeah. No, I only use the drive-through at Arby's. I never eat in an Arby's.
I don't have the opinion.
It's brown.
There's a place
and like period blood red.
There's a place.
These are their colors.
There's a place. You were talking about French dips, or you can't get like a dip sandwich, right? There's a place that like near where I stay called Au Jus. Right?
Oh, I bet they have a good French dip.
Yeah, but it's not au juice. It's not like au jus. It's not. It's au jus. A-U.
Au jus. It's like a kosher.
Yes, it is A-J-E-W-S. And I feel anti-Semitic every time I go in there and be like, I'm going to au jus. Like, it makes it's like built. Yeah, it's like built in. It's delicious, dude. It's fucking delicious. It's one of my favorite places, but it does feel extremely anti-Semitic to go in there. Especially, I know a place is good when 2 things happen. When I go into a place and I see hella Mexican people inside of there, and I see hella Chinese people inside of there. Mm-hmm. When I see those 2 people coming together to eat some shit, it's in the Bay Area, that is a signifier that lets you know this place is the shit. Because when you go into a place... And this is going to sound wildly racist, and I'm assuring you that it is not. It's just the way that it is. If you go into a place and the only 2 people who are eating in there are white people and Indian people, that place is not good. That place is expensive, but it is not good.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And it's because either the spice is chemical burn spice or it is bland. There's no middle ground. They do not have...
We got Dave's Hot Chicken out here, finally.
Oh, nice.
Their hot is actually hot. I got it thinking it's like, just typical fast food. It's like, damn, that's that. There was 2 levels above that.
Yeah.
It was a little surprising, but it's always nice to find something that's not white people hot.
Yeah. No, there's an Indian place out here called the Madras Cafe that I used to love. I used to take like all my dates there. It was delicious. I used to love taking my dates there to go get diarrhea because that was essentially like that place is where you would go to get it. It's like I don't know how to. It's delicious, but you will get diarrhea, right? It's just like And the way.
Yeah, I got diarrhea from Dave's. It was hotter than anything I'd had.
The plates are extremely hot. Like, yeah, it's extremely hot, but also the plates are metal. Mm-hmm. Right, and it's served. It's not served It's served cafeteria style, and you don't get to choose what you eat. You go in there, you pay a flat rate. It's $15. You go in there, they give you a metal. You pick up a metal plate or a bowl. If you pick up a bowl, you get whatever they put in the slop bowl for that day. If you get a plate, you get the slop bowl and then accoutrement, right? And then you can choose your drink at the end. And that's how that place is ran, or at least it was. I don't know if it's how it's ran anymore. And I used to love it because it's an awful experience. It is one of the most hectic, chaotic experiences. There are people screaming in there. There's toddlers crying. There's no babies around, but you can hear them. It's in a strip mall next to it used to be called the Hip Hugger, and it was a place where you can go get a BJ for $30. And yeah. It was like a dance club. It was like a go-go bar. It was a non-nude go-go bar because we don't do nudes in California. You can't
go BJ.
Yeah, but you could get a BJ there for $30. Like,
was it good looking?
No, no, it's $30.
Bad looking?
No.
Okay,
no.
I mean, yeah, it's also not bad looking.
Well,
they might be good looking.
$30.
It's
$30. It's $30. I was never of age to get the BJ, so I don't know about it. But I knew all my friends who were older than me. They would all talk about it, right? I personally, if I'm going to enjoy sex work, I'm going to go with someone who advertises different services. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm looking for the weird stuff. Like I want you to oil me up and sit on me. You know what I mean? That's more. It's harder to go to get like sex work in that way because all the other guys I know.
I want you to let me dress up like Santa.
Yeah. yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm
dressed up like Santa. You're Rudolph. And
my stuff
coming into the stables drunk late at night after Mrs. Claus kicked me out of bed.
What?
Oh, I got a good joke for you, by the way.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so this guy. This happened to me, actually. It was me.
Okay.
It was this guy. It was me. He, his plane crashes. You know, he's going to New York to see 9/11 because he heard 9/11 was pretty. You got to check it out. But his plane crashed, and he was the only survivor. And he was going, woo! Actually, I could illustrate how he fell out of the sky, sounding like.
Was that the joke or was it the setup? Just
no.
Okay.
I haven't even started.
Okay.
And so he falls out of the sky. You know, he's going
to
the ground, and then he goes splash, and he swims this island. And the only thing else that survived the plane crash was a pig and a dog, and somehow they swim ashore too. And he's like, shit. But there's plenty of food, so he's not thinking about eating him or anything. But as time drags on, you know, a man starts to be lonely.
Yeah.
Man starts to crave certain things, certain contact, certain the touch, and so he hi baby, huh? Yeah. What? Oh yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. And so you know, man has needs.
Yeah.
And the pig starts to be pretty good looking. After a while, he one day he kind of is getting the sun's going down. It's kind of feeling beautiful sunset. He sidles up to the pig and starts putting his hand on the pig's thigh. And rubbing it slowly up very sensually, and the dog starts yapping, barking, and starts biting him. The dog does not like this one bit. He's like, shit. His boner dies down, and he just says, I'm done. I'm not going to worry about it. Anyhow, a couple months later, the feelings are still there, though.
Please, hurry.
The dog is asleep. The dog is asleep. You understand? You gotta. See,
I get. You don't have to add all this. Please continue. What is the joke?
I'm getting there. He thinks the dog is asleep, so he goes up to the pig and he's like, he's touching its side. Dog wakes up, starts barking and biting him. He's like, okay, I give up. Months drag on. He looks up one day and he sees there's another plane crash in the sky. Another plane has just exploded. And he sees somebody falling out of the sky, and she's going.
Oh my fucking god! Just get to the end.
Splash and swims ashore. It's a beautiful lady, just a beautiful lady, just perfect. Looks like Susan B. Anthony.
Okay, that's not important. That's not important. Please,
it is. Hang on, this will all make sense. So she swims ashore, and they introduce herself, and the feelings come back. In the middle of the night, she wakes up and sees him standing over her, and she's like, "What do you need?" And he says, "Hey, can you hold this dog for me?"
You're so fucking stupid, dude. It's good. This is good, but you don't have to drag the story on for that long. I hate your jokes because they take so long. Just cut it. It's it's that duck. It's that stupid ass duck joke again. Or like, this is the pig I fuck. Like, that's a duck. I was talking to the duck. Right?
Yeah. It's a good joke.
Yeah, it's a fucking what a.
What happened to me, by the way, the pig one, the duck one. It's that pig that I fucked. Talking to the duck.
Jesus Christ. Fuck. What were we talking about before we got to here? Because I was.
We're gonna have the 7-Eleven on Christmas, but that's a test from Santa.
Yeah.
That's him, and I think he passed. But I'm not trying to be as annoying. I don't even know. Sad to see all the Grinch dominance over Christmas this year. Really, as a Grinchmas, it's like, why does everybody hate? Why does everybody love the Grinch so
much? Economic downturn is the reason why everyone hates Christmas now.
So they just become bitter and mean.
Yeah. Yes, because
we lost to be bitter and mean.
The spirit of Christmas was completely lost, and I could tell you the date. All right, it was the day that Jeffrey Epstein died. Right?
I don't think.
I think so. I think so. That with his death, what is that called? Like in Morrowind.
Thread of fate.
Yeah, a thread of fate has been
severed or
severed. Now you now exist in a doom world, right?
Yeah,
I feel that way.
The only thing holding it together. We need to bring Jeffrey back.
No, we don't. No, we don't. Also, like the Diddy Blood stuff is really cooking my brain recently.
I don't get why it is an interesting example of mimetic like evolution, like how the 6-7s got into the calculator memes and the Einstein on the calculator. I don't think it's good that children know who Jeffrey Epstein is.
I don't think that's either. I think that it's worse that children have decided that Diddy is the cooler Jeffrey Epstein. I think that is fucked up. I think that is really fucked up.
He is.
No. Don't make me defend Jeffrey Epstein. P. Diddy has never. Oh man,
his songs are better.
No, so
what's your favorite Jeffrey Epstein song?
He actually does have a few songs to his name. He never he never recorded them, but he has some production chops. Not chops. He didn't do anything in production, but he has some under his name for Eurovision for Sweden. He has some.
I always joke about how all the best like 2000s pop hits written by Swedish pedophiles.
I think he won, or one of the songs that he was funding, the studio time that he won in Eurovision at one point, right? And there's, this is one of the, there's a lot of he was really into Swedish music. He was like extremely into Swedish music, and that has to do with what the fuck is her name? Her name doesn't sound real. Like neither of them. The Dubins? Glenn Dubin's wife? What's Glenn Dubin's wife's name? Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking? You know about BBB? Like Blenda's beautiful.
I am looking for this now. I have to know.
Jeffrey Epstein
something Israel Eurovision something.
Jeffrey
not even part of Europe.
Yeah, I know. Well, there's right now there's a big controversy because there are American artists that want to join Eurovision, and Donald Trump has been lobbying and pressuring American artists to get into Eurovision, which, like, I don't know, dude. Like, it's not. It wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair, to be honest with you. It's not fair. It wouldn't be fair at all.
I've heard what Eurovision. It'd be like sending Michael Phelps to high school. Swim team.
It's like sending like it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's like sending Marshawn Lynch to go play Pop Warner. Do you know what I'm saying? To go like play play Pop Warner. Like he's gonna kill children. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you don't do it. It's not sending LeBron James to go play a pickup game at a YMCA in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just, what are you doing? You're not.
I don't like that. It really jingles my bells.
And I don't know. Like I listen to a lot of world music.
Yeah.
Right. I listen, and I don't mean like world music when white people say world music, when they're like it's just like it's like some vaguely Middle Eastern stuff where it's like and then like I'm not. That's not what I'm talking about in world music. I'm talking about
I also love the Dune soundtrack.
I listen to a lot of because I've been listening to Nobukazu Takamura, the Japanese jazz artist. It gets you into like there's a guy named like Arnaud Obeyo who's like he's like an African guy who makes fucking like just these classic electro bangers from like Nigeria. There's a lot of I'm deep into like Thai jazz fusion. I was showing the chat that the other day, but like I'm really deep into a lot of like different music in a worldwide sense. I will say America really has figured out a lot of shit.
Yeah.
America just has access to a lot of better equipment, so it doesn't sound like for every banger that another country has that is like the slappiest slap of all time, that's probably the only hit that band ever had. And in America, you have people that their entire discographies are bangers. Do you get what I'm saying? And like that's tough.
We had Michael Jackson.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. We had Prince. We had Prince and Michael Jackson at the same time. Yeah. And right before that, we had Little Richard, we had Elvis, we've had fucking the UK is still skating on the Beatles. They have not. They have
some promising stuff in. Yeah, but I mean, Oasis is. But wait, that's just the Beatles.
The Beatles, yeah, it's just the Beatles.
Damon Albarn.
The Gorillaz is just the Beatles, but anime. It's the Beatles anime.
No, the Gorillaz are.
Well, now they are.
They're Spooky Tooth.
They're not. Nah, I could see that. Yeah.
But I mean, they really knocked it out of the park there for a couple of decades, but they've really been kind of resting on their laurels.
Yeah.
And we've invented and forgotten entire new genres of rock, and then rediscovered them, since England had a good band that was not cartoon characters.
Yeah. England.
Pulp was good, but again, the Beatles.
England had a really good industrial run for a little bit. That's underground, I think. Not a lot of people get they don't get a lot of love.
We got more out of Pink Floyd than they did.
I think that, like, American industrial acts, for sure, like, the thing is, industrial music is tough because there's not a lot of Americans still making industrial. In Mexico, that shit is still happening. In Mexico,
that was an English invention, admittedly.
Yeah, it was. But in Mexico, fucking the industrial is still happening. They're still making industrial music and dark wave music in Mexico, and it slaps. It's very good, right?
I've heard a little. Also, there's some really great Mexican goth rock.
Yeah, well, it's all kind of like
spooky.
Yeah. It's all a spooky type of, like, it's like rocker shit. It's like rockero. It's like all the same, but like in England, there was, for a brief period, an industrial revival in the early 90s and late 2000s. What happened was the early 90s, it kicked off, it died, and then the late 2000s, it started back up again. And that shit, I can't think of any bands off the top of my head, but I remember, because I was using Pandora at the time, and I would just fucking hear banger after banger after banger, and it was all like 4-listen bands from like Europe or English industrial music shit. So it's still out there. They still got some stuff. It's just hidden gems. Also, I will
Jungle was cool.
Jungle's fucking. I'm afraid we need Jungle. I'm afraid we need Jungle.
Come on, England. They were really hitting it hard in the 90s, and they realized, like, the rockers realized, oh shit, we're just doing the Beatles.
I hate that they took drill music from, like, America, from Chicago specifically, and then turned it into their version of drill, and then that turned into grime, right? And I don't like it.
Grime. I
like grime sometimes, but I don't think it's good. I think
her album Art Angels.
No,
she's Canadian.
She is Canadian. I can't get over that. Her brother. I remember bringing this up every time, but her brother is single-handedly bringing, like, pimp rap back, like P-rap.
She has one Christmas song Grimes does that I found. It's with some rapper. It's not very good, so I didn't want. But I looked up this rapper to see if he had anything else, and it was like, oh, he's in her brother's group. That's how she found this guy. Probably just going, hey, I need a. He's like, I'm
wait, is he actually? Wait, he actually. What's his name? What's the rapper's name? Do you know?
Let me look it up.
Yeah. Look it up real quick, because I don't know him.
Like, cross-reference, like, out.
I listen to Jay Worthy.
I
listen to so much Jay Worthy that I know all the guys he raps with. It's crazy. It's fucking nuts. They're very tight knit, like, group, so it's very funny to see them.
Yeah, it's Jay Worthy. No,
it is fucking Jay. It's literally her brother. Yeah. So Jay Worthy has a song, and it's like going quadruple platinum in India, because he is half Indian, and he raps over like a beat, like an Indian beat. And, like, Jay Worthy's one of the smart. I hate to say I hate to be a meat writer for this guy, because I do like his work, but it's some of the most awful shit you could possibly say about women, just in general. And I was just talking to Christine about this the other day. I was like, if you remove all of the horrific misogyny from pimp rap and pimp shit, what you end up with is a weird philosophy about detachment, about not being attached to society, and just kind of like that's just the way that the shit like just it's existential almost, right?
Yeah.
Because they talk all the time about how like there's all these rules to the game, to the streets, right? And sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down, but you should never take it personally, because when you're up, it means that everyone around you had to be down to get you there. So when you're down, so like there's a philosophy there that is deeply tied to the just deep hatred of women, which sucks. But I will say, I do fuck with the idea of like it's just not my turn. It's like sometimes it's my turn, sometimes it's not my turn. Sometimes the streets hold you down, sometimes the streets hold you up, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. You just kind of exist. You just kind of exist in the flow state all the time. That's cool. I like it. I'm sorry, but
it's cool. I just don't think you need to like. Yeah,
I philosophize everything, dude. It's not my fault. Yeah. That's just the way I am. I can't enjoy it.
I think you can get there without pimping women. Probably you can arrive at this.
Yeah, I agree.
These are wise principles. We should live according to wise principles. But when they're mixed up, pimping women is not a wise. It's not a way to cultivate virtue.
But pimp shit. I
suppose it is a way to acquire wisdom.
Yeah, pimp shit. Like, it's interesting to me because a lot of pimp shit is just literally just street wisdom. It's people being like it's just telling you like don't. What does he say? There's a song where he says like don't trust a. I'm sorry to say this out loud, but he says don't trust a bitch on the blade to come to your house and not dirty up your sheets, right? So if you don't know what the blade is it's specifically International Boulevard in Oakland, which is well known for being a hoe stroll, right? Where you go and purchase, it's a prostitution place. So he's saying that if you meet a girl out there and you bring her back to your place, she's going to dirty up your sheets, right? Yeah. So, but he's also he's not talking about that sleeping wise. He's also talking about like your reputation. You know what I'm saying? Like your sheets, and like there's a lot of depth to it, but also like it's just wisdom. It's just like, no, if you meet a girl, don't fall in love with her because you're gonna fuck. What were you expecting? You know what I'm saying? And like for a lot of people, they need that wisdom. It's the same. Like the opposite of that is true because you look at like T-Pain when he says like I'm in love with the stripper. Remember that was a huge song, right? Yeah. That's the opposite of wisdom. That's
or when Tanetta said, "I'm gonna marry a prostitute.
Yeah.
Every night I'll shoot."
Which this isn't to say that that prostitutes don't deserve love and kindness, because I think that's true, that they do deserve love and kindness. I don't know. There's a guy that I've been listening, or that I've been like following on TikTok, or not TikTok, on Twitch and on Kick, because I'm a fucking sicko. His name is Shello. On
your D-Gen shit.
He's not a he's kind of is, but he's kind of not.
He's not. Well, I mean, yeah.
He's kind of because he's genuinely very funny, right? His whole thing is he hangs out with. He's like a reverse.
Sorry, my new pills give me a cough. It's weird.
It's all good. Who's that Jack guy that we hate? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Jack
Doherty.
Jack
Doherty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Jack Doherty is into he has OF girls, or he meets girls, makes them sign OF shit, and then he parades them on his stream so that like for them to get clout and for him to get clout. Shello's kind of doing the opposite of that, where he meets girls that are already on OF, and he just flirts with them. That's all he does, is he flirts with them, and like he's just being like, but there's a girl that I love. She's genuinely one of the funniest. She's so funny. Her name's Diabetic Coochie is her name on TikTok and all that shit. She's hilarious. She's extremely funny. She's always out freaking him because he's always saying stuff like, "Oh, like I'll show you the meat," and then she's like, "If you don't whip that shit out right now," like it's very funny to see him get scared. Oh shit! And yeah, I genuinely enjoy when a guy's trying to be freaky and he gets out freaked, he gets outmaneuvered. It's very funny. So I recommend watching Shello. But anyways, I've been watching him, and I like his approach because he's kind of what is that called?
EI?
No, de-radicalizing a lot of young, like his audience is much younger, like a lot of younger, not younger like children, but like younger, like, late teenagers, early
Jack
adult.
Doherty's de-radicalizing?
No, not the Shello guy. Because he's talking about, like, because everyone is a lot of people are in his chat being like, oh, L, like you're with OF girls and blah blah blah, and he's just like, dog, they're people, like, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, oh, it's your turn, it's just your turn with them. And he's like, and who cares? Like, no one owns anybody, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta, that kind of shit is beautiful to me. I like that. I enjoy that aspect of it. And part of like pimping music shit is, outside of the horrificness of women, is explaining that you don't own anybody. You don't, you know what I'm saying? People just kind of like exist. There's like an aspect of like, it's just your turn with them. They're in your life at the moment, they're in your life, and then they're gone. There's a detachment to it that isn't like a cold or ugly detachment. It's a detachment of like, I'm just going to enjoy my time with you while I can. And like, I think that's good. I think it's a good thing to cultivate. I just think that the pimping shit is awful. It has to come from that point. But
yeah, like, well, you make a good point, but
yeah, the horror of
but
what
it is
yeah,
all about. It's like that. That's really wise. Yeah, and then I exploited.
And then I exploit the fuck out of this woman while I do that. While I convince her that it's just your turn for now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's horrible.
Like, is this wisdom or is this just like making up justifications for the fact that you sexually traffic women?
Yeah, no. Listen, I'm not trying to equate.
I'm worried about what's gonna happen when we find out when the FBI unredacts Jeff Epstein's mixtape. Actually, it's kind of beautiful.
It's kind of good, actually.
It's kind of a philosophy here.
Oh my fucking god!
It's like Jeff Epstein said. Sometimes it's just your turn.
It's just your turn. I hate how often I am going through the fucking photos, just scrolling through, and then I will catch him in some niche shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. Like, holy fuck. He was wearing the CCP pants. I don't know if he...
pants?
No, not the CP pants. I almost said CPP, but it's CC... Do you know who CCP is? The avant-garde?
The Chinese Communist Party?
No, there's an avant-garde...
No.
Like, designer who makes... like very extremely hard to wear clothes, and he was wearing some CCP jeans, and he also had some Alexander McQueen's, which is very niche, and he even had some early Margiela shit, and like, dog,
I do like some of his like decor and art selections. Like, I would, if I knew Bill Clinton, like if. I don't know. I feel like that was like if I had a painting of you in a blue dress on a couch, because he knows him. It's just kind of a funny joke. I don't think he's...
Yeah. I might just do that. I might just send you a painting of myself in a dress. I might do that. I might just paint myself in a dress and send it to you.
Give me an Epstein tribute.
Yeah, and me in lingerie smoking a corncob pipe.
Yeah. And I like that. It's like, but he did sexually traffic all those women and young minors. So
yeah, he's one of the most evil motherfuckers alive. It sucks that he's cool. That's
the thing. He's not even like he is evil, but he was just there to.
I have a hot take.
To facilitate. People's evil as well. So
I have a hot take.
I don't think he was that special. I think all these motherfuckers.
I have a genuinely hot take. I think he was the evilest lib, but he's not the evilest guy. Does that make any sense? I think he is easily one of the most evil liberals to have ever walked this earth.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
But he is not close to being one of the evilest guys. Right? That's like Stephen Miller is more that than, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Stephen Miller, my close personal friend Steve Bannon, Peter Thiel. These guys are not
Ted Cruz.
My cousin by blood, Ted Cruz. These are much more evil, fucking horrific people, and they don't even have the fucking decency to try and be cool. Where Jeffrey Epstein,
They're
know
all
what I'm saying?
naughty.
Yeah.
They're all so fucking naughty. I've been depressed lately about how naughty everything is right now.
It's not nice.
We live in
We need some
truly
niceness.
naughty times.
We live in naughty times. You know, naughty times create nice men.
That's true.
Nice men. Nice men create naughty times, or create nice times, and nice times create naughty men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where we are right now. We're on the cusp of nice times.
I'm just, man, something's got to have. That's why I like Santa Claus. There's consequences.
Yeah, you get cold.
Yeah, you might get cold. These guys are like, what does it even matter? They can just go buy all their presents.
Yeah.
And they can leave them under their tree and write to me from me. They don't even have to wait till Christmas to open them.
Yeah.
They have no gratitude. Do you think they ever leave milk and cookies out? There's no love in their hearts, and they just get away with everything. They're like, we're gonna build a fucking retarded battleship instead of aircraft carriers because it's apparently the 19th century, I guess. Like, what? Why? We stop. I'm not trying to act like a naval expert, but I think anybody can understand why aircraft carriers, alligator pointing towards battleships in modern warfare. What are you gonna do with a fucking battleship? Sink another boat, I guess. But you know what's better at that? Planes, drones. The Ukrainians took out a Russian battleship with just like Radio Shack.
It would be sick if he announced a galleon. I would actually be juiced about that. I would be like, if he was like, "Fuck it, I'm announcing the first American addition to a galleon. We're back. Yeah, sure, we're sailing the high seas. I'm yo-hoing with the best of them."
I didn't see they were offering letters. They're floating ideas of doing letters of marque for. I was like, is this my time? Me and the homies get a boat. Like, we're doing it. We're raising the Jolly Roger. Donald Trump's gonna pay us to be pirates.
We just take all the Patreon money. We have we scrape it together, buy a dinghy,
Yeah, I don't support what he's doing with Venezuela or anything. Let's get all political, but stupid, meaningless wars are bad for everybody.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's your turn.
Yeah.
And you just have to take that detachment and understand that you should get a letter of marque from the federal government. You can go start seizing Venezuelan ships.
I would love to go get like a pontoon boat and then sail to Finland and just be like, listen, this is my first time sailing. I've never done a war before. I got a letter of marque. We've just been gunning Finnish.
We could probably convince them to let us do that to boats from Greenland.
To Denmark.
No, Greenland, because that's
they're
owned by the Netherlands.
I thought they were owned by Denmark. Isn't Denmark the Netherlands?
By the Netherlands.
Oh.
I don't know. It's so confusing.
Yeah, all that is confusing.
These fucking scandos.
Filthy scandos, dude. The way that people feel about Jewish people, I feel about the way that racist, like anti-Semites feel about Jewish people. I genuinely hold those beliefs about like Scandinavian.
The scandos, yeah.
Like Scandinavian, Netherlands, Finland. If you're above France, and above France inland,
the umlau enjoyers,
above Germany, yeah. And Germany's even cutting it close. But
I don't like Germany that much. I mean, apparently, like, I got Victorinox started making some knifeless models because apparently the knife laws in Germany just got a little more restricted where a regular sized Swiss Army knife is a little much for them.
Swiss Army tool does not have the same ring. It sucks. That sucks.
I like it because I'm, like, autistic to the point where, like, I have these dedicated knives. They're really cool, but there's a knife on my Swiss Army knife. Why am I carrying two knives that I'm not using for that stupid? Oh, this one doesn't have a knife. Now I got my scissors, so I need the fucking scissors. And some other tools, but I can carry my cool knife now.
The Swiss Army knife that you got me, I still have it. Yeah. That thing has cut me so fucking often. I will put it in my pocket. It will open up sometimes. I'm just like this. This isn't me. Like, this isn't me hating. This is me. Really genuine. Because I'm very rough. I be touching myself and hitting stuff on the pockets, and I be moving all the time. But
those little fuckers are sharp.
This is not a complaint. This is a testament to the sharpness of this fucking blade. It has stabbed me so. I have like a permanent scar on my thigh from where it just fucking went in, and it's cut my hands and fucked me up. So like.
And it's not.
And I've never sharpened it once.
It's good edge retention, but if you need to sharpen it, you can sharpen out about anything.
I've never sharpened it once, and that shit is fucking. It's there. But all right.
But yeah, it's fucking. I don't know. I just want Santa to come and bring a hard rain and wash all these naughty men away.
Someday Santa's gonna come and bring a real snow.
Yeah,
it's gonna snow all the junkies. And someday a real snow is gonna come. Yeah, all the junkies and politicians and what I can't remember what he says. And so
I was thinking more Taxi Driver.
Yeah. No, that's what I was referencing. Taxi Driver. What does he say? The scumfuckers and buggers, and I can't remember all the humbuggers.
The humbugs and the jingle bellers.
The humbuggers and the jingle bellers.
The Grinches.
Yeah, the Grinches.
Grinches and the whores.
The Grinches and Scrooges of the world. Oh, someday a real snow is gonna come.
But if I had to express what I like about Christmas, I guess it's just the idea that, it's like, well, it's nasty out there. Let's love each other and remember to keep that fire in our hearts going. And the new year's coming and life continues, and there's always new beginnings. And let's just all try to be a little kinder to each other, because what's the harm? Who does it hurt if you're not stupid and cruel all the time? And right now is just a time of naughtiness and stupidity, stupid cruelty. Like, a little cruelty or ruthlessness can be,
Then you always got to qualify it, and then you
sometimes you gotta be ruthless.
What I like the most about Christmas is that I have this thing called G powder, right? And it's a powdery substance that only lasts for 120 seconds. And when you ingest it, it makes you have all these kind of fucked up thoughts that you think you know shit about paganism. And it makes you want to ruin your child's idea of Christmas. And that's, that's me. That's what I like,
Fucking
that's
Grink.
Okay.
The Grink there.
Merry Christmas, homies. We made
Merry
it.
Christmas, homies.
Another year. We're gonna do a New Year's thing. I want to do like a recap, Shoggy. I want to pick your brain and think about
New Year. Let's hope it's a good one. Without any fear.
It's gonna be a good one, and I think that we're gonna go back and look back and try and think about our favorite bits from the show, because there's a lot of them. The Nazi mummy. The
Nazi mummy. I was going through. I just wrote down a bunch of song titles to write songs to later, and one was The Curse of the Nazi Mummy.
Yeah, there's a lot we can get into. Anyways, all right. We love you. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for spending the Christmas with us.
This is probably the best year for the pod.
And it has. And it's only going to get better because we're making more. We're doing stuff.
It gets really bad.
Until I have a mental breakdown from yelling at my friends once a week. From when the eventuality sets in that I realize that my relationship is that I scream at my friends once a week. All right. All right, bye.
I was trying to be chill. I was trying to be very good, well behaved on the fucking Western Kabuki episode. You're just reflexively getting
because I don't know. Listen. I have a very professional relationship with Caleb and June. I'm very friendly. I didn't want to embarrass you. I'm very friendly with Caleb. I'm very friendly with Caleb. June and me are also friends. I consider us friends, but June, I don't know when a joke is going to be too intense. And June's crowd is a little soft sometimes, and that scares me.
Yeah, but she's not.
Yeah, I know she's not, but I'm worried about...
I feel like June and I could just, unleash retardation, just, vibrating together. It's
the two of you click up, and it's nuts. And I know, it scares me. And then, with me and Caleb, we click up, and we get real conspiratory brain that no one can get into. And, that's what I'm saying, is that, there's too many things at play. Ruben is a complete wild card. I never know what he's going to say, ever. Ivy will, if she's got something to say, no one else is talking for the rest.
She is the ref. Yeah, she really turns the other way as the ref when other people are looking.
Yes. So it was a lot to handle, but we're gonna, hey, we had fun.
This is a good one. Check out the Western Kabuki Patreon episode.
It's not Western Kabuki. It's Kill the Computer.
Kill the Computer. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right. Anyways. All right. Bye.
Merry Christmas, homies.
Merry Christmas.